الدنيا تضيق خلقك، الحمد لله ما حد بياخذ منك رزقك. هدي وارتاح ثابر واطمح من حقك، بس بلاش العين. لا 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 ما تسوى الدنيا تضيق خلقك، الحمد لله ما حد بياخذ منك رزقك. هدي وارتاح ثابر واطمح من حقك، بس بلاش العين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. There was this one newly married lady. After she got married, then she went home. So when she went home, she says, "Mommy, I have a lot of problems in my marriage." I say, "What's wrong?" She say, "My husband is telling me too many four-letter swear words." I said, "My son-in-law is swearing you already. What is saying? So bad four-letter words." He say, "No, cook, bake, wash." I don't know what this means, Mommy. What must I do now? Mommy said, "I don't know what I gave my daughter, but I never got her ready for marriage." So we're living in a time, my respected mothers and sisters, whereby the basics of life and the skills that women folk would have in the past has somewhat been not forwarded from generation to generation, and some of the things that the elderly had learned via their parents, now we're creating situations whereby they've got to go out and learn it. And it's a very noble thing, really, to learn a skill in any field, whether it be to do some sewing, some baking, some whatever skill that is there that is required. If we can learn something to be able to better our lives and the lives around us. I mean, if we only look at the amount of people in our country that do not have employment and the levels of unemployment, we're creating a community of people who are becoming very, very desperate. And while people that are desperate do not necessarily take to crime, criminals do that. But we can't take away the fact that people in our community are going through great sort of difficulty and challenges. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, one day was going and a Sahabi came to him and greeted him. And his hand was very, very rough. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Oh my Sahabi, why is it that your hand is so rough?" He said, "O Nabi of Allah, I do a lot of manual labor. And because of that, my hand has become very rough." So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam took it and then he kissed that hand. And he said, "Al-Kasibu Habibullah." That person that uses their hand to seek employment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves them. Scholars say it is not only for that person that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam kissed his hand, but for everyone that uses their hand for employment. You're going and you're going to be using your hands to sew, to bake, to do whatever you've learnt as a skill. It is not just the skill you've learning, but you are going with great, great du'as from the likes of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Don't underestimate the value of these things. The appas that are teaching, you are just not doing a job of teaching these people. You are transferring a skill to somebody who for the entire life after that will use it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you. You know, there's only two groups of people that don't mind that those that learn from them surpass them. One is a parent. You can grow bigger than your parent, and your parent will never mind and he will support you in growing. And one is a teacher. A teacher is such that a teacher won't mind the student surpassing him in every field, because he knows in that lies the true success of this field that they're getting themselves in. So those that are involved in sending this knowledge, teaching the skill, forwarding it to them, really Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to reward you greatly for this. That what you are receiving as what we call a salary or a stipend is only so that your time is being given to this. But truly, your actual reward that you will do it is by the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A great hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And when we go every day to these centers, keep this in mind. Wallahu fi auni al-abd. Allah will help you. Allah will assist you. Allah will guide you. Allah will ease your task. Ma kana al-abdu fi auni akhi. As long as you are helping somebody, Allah will help you. You know, many a times people say, "Maulana, I just need this here." If you need something, help somebody else. Allah will make somebody help you. If you want to create a change, be the change. and see how in that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it a means of this whole country flourishing. And we end off with one small anecdote. There was a person that went on holiday, and he was in the village, and at night there was a heavy downpour. And because of that, the tide came very high, and quickly the tide then recessed. And because of that, there was a great number of fish that were stranded on the riverbed. So in the morning there was one youngster, and he was taking one fish and he was throwing it back into the river. So this man that was there for holiday, and he was an accountant, and he was saying, look, so many fish, one person, so long, in a day maximum he'll only be able to throw so much of fish back. So he came and he said, my son, you are taking one fish, what difference is it going to make? So that small boy picked up one fish and he threw it back, and he said, oh my father or oh my uncle, it made a difference to that fish. Meaning I saved that fish. So every small little that we do to make our country better is a step in the right direction. And every small little good that we do to make someone's life more pleasant is really Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward us. There's a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam where he was asked to the effect that which is the best of good deeds. And from amongst them Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, إِدْخَالُكَ السُّرُورَ عَلَىٰ أَخِيكَ الْمُسْلِمِ. To give happiness to your fellow Muslim, to your fellow human, is one of the greatest acts of goodness that you can do. We have the opportunity every day. Let it never fail us that we leave the day and the sun sets and we haven't made somebody's life better by doing something constructive and productive for another person. So congratulations from the side of the Jamiatul Ulama, our Amir and Chairman Maulana Abbas is here, and really the ulama fraternity and just the general public. What you all are doing is a great achievement. It's a momentous step in the right direction. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless one and all. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it such. All those that are graduating today, may you see many happy and fruitful moments in the future, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah khairan, Maulana Ubaidullah Sahab, for those truly inspiring words. We would like to now request Ms. Harriet from the Nisa Institute to give us a few words.
Morning, everyone. Morning. I'm not used to mics. I feel very honored to be here. Thank you very much, guys, for inviting us as Nisa. My name is Harriet Ntlapo. I'm with my colleague, Yolandi Mapumulo. We are from an organization called NISA Institute for Women's Development. The organization was formed in 1994 by a lady called Zubeida Dengo. The services that we give to the community, we give counseling to abused women and their children. We shelter them as well. We give them a shelter where it's necessary. Maybe somebody's life is in danger, then we take them to our shelter. We have 3 offices around Gauteng region where we give the services to the community. We do awareness campaigns as well in the community, teaching women, teaching everyone actually, because not only women are being abused, even men do get abused. So we teach them about abuse, and we teach them, okay, it's high time people talk. There is help out there, but only if you speak out. If you don't say, then we won't be able to know that you are being abused. And thank you very much to Madrasa Aisha as well, because there are ladies that we send to you guys and they get skills from Madrasa Aisha. And like, for example, we had a lady who graduated last year by the name of Sbongile. Sbongile is now employed. She's working somewhere in Clearwater. She got employment only because she has a skill. And the skill that she acquired from Madrasa Aisha. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Continue doing the good job that you are doing to the community. the lady by the name of Fatima, she's sitting here right next to me. She's the one who came to our organization and we made a working relationship, a very good working relationship. Thank you very much, Fatima. Continue, guys. Whatever you are doing, you're making a mark to the women at large, and your prices are very reasonable. If you go out there and get a sewing skill, you pay a fortune. But at Madrasa Aisha, it's next to nothing. Thank you very much, guys. At NISA, we are saying not just 16 days of activism. At NISA, we say 365 days of activism. We go out and do awareness campaigns about domestic violence. All right. There's also the lawyers that we work with. Those lawyers are helping our ladies, our clients, for free. They don't charge them. They help them, maybe if they have a problem of domestic violence, maintenance, protection order. The only thing that they don't do is divorce. If there's a divorce case, then they send the case to other lawyers that they work with. All right. Ladies, I forgot to tell you about the registers that we have. We would like you guys to register your names in these so that at least my employer knows that I didn't just go somewhere to have good time, but I came here to give information as well about domestic violence, information about NISA and the services that NISA give to the community. I don't know, maybe I left out something. I would like my colleague Yolandi to add. Maybe there's something that I left out.
لا 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 ما تسوى الدنيا تضيق خلقك الحمد لله تافر وضح من حقك بس
Morning everyone. Like my colleague Tutu said, we are from NISA, and it's our pleasure for us to be here with you. NISA is just the one who is at Lenasia. It's on top next to Signet. If you do know where Signet is, it's just on the right, left-hand side of the Signet. On the short left, it's 19 Link Street, Lenasia. And the other thing for me I want to add, it's about talking about abuse. Other people, they don't know what abuse is. Abuse is differentiated into 4 steps. There is physically, emotionally, financially, and sexual abuse. Okay, as women, some of us, we can't stand up on our own, especially when our husbands are abusing us physically. When your man beats you, he will just clap you once, and then he will come and say sorry. And then you forgive. Secondly, he will clap you, he will kick you, and then he will come with a bunch of flowers and a chocolate and say sorry. And again, you forgive. Unaware that deeply you are hurt. Because when somebody hits you, you've been affected emotionally. And then that is where emotional abuse comes. And then we have to stop the abuse. When he starts abusing you once, and sometimes he will insult you. He's your lover, he's your partner, he's everything to you. By him calling you by names, that's an abuse. Then stand up, talk. We are not saying just go everywhere talking about your men, no. That's why there are organizations like NISA. Go to NISA, you will find a social worker, a counselor, whoever, you are going to talk with her and she or he is going to assist you. And then secondly, financial abuse. This person took you from your home. He didn't drop you on the streets. You were with your family. You were not hungry. You were happy there. And then he marries you. And then when you are there, he doesn't want to support you. Who's going to support you? A man from next door? No, he's the one who's supposed to support you. Financially, our husband must support us. That's the reason we find our children vocalizing on the road, smoking dacha, smoking nyaope, because there is no love at home. Your husband doesn't support your children. Your children doesn't get love. That's also an abuse. Let's protect our children. Let's protect ourselves. And also we as women, we do abuse our men. You take an advantage just because your man loves you. And then you take advantage of that. Abusing his money the way you want. Don't using everything like accordingly in the house. Just because your man is so quiet, it's like you take that advantage and you abuse him. Then let's stop the abuse. Let's love our husband. Let's love our children. Let our husband love us, and we must take it. It's a vice versa. We love them, they love us. And then that's all I can say for now. Be aware of all these things. Don't stay in a marriage where you see that you are not happy. Because at the end of the day, you are going to hang up yourself and you are going to die emotionally. Emotional abuse, it's slowly. It's not like physically. You are hurt. At the end of the day, your heart stops beating and you leave your children behind. That's all I can say, guys. Stand up, talk about the abuse. This 16 days of activism, Mom Herod says it's not 16 days, it's 365 days. Let's say no to abuse. That's why we are here. And as women, let us not depend on our men. That's why this organization is here to give you skills to stand up on your own and have your own money that you are going to enjoy. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and blessings be upon all of you. I'm here today by request by Auntie Zaytun and Auntie Fatima from Madrasa Aisha to say a few words. And I have to say firstly, I'm in total awe of all you beautiful women. You women are like rocks. You have risen above and done something about your circumstances and your situations. And I think you are phenomenal. And I think you should know it and you should be acknowledged for it. I think they deserve a round of applause. My dear sisters, teachers, students, mentors, and esteemed ulama, thank you for having me here today. I had the pleasure of being here early and witnessing the outstanding skills that you all have learned, the students have learned, some phenomenal sewing skills, learning how to upskill, learning crafts, learning how to bake. I actually want to taste some of these goodies. I skipped breakfast this morning. And it's amazing. I am so in awe of everything here. And I'm sure you're wondering, who exactly is this person standing before me and talking? And quite simply, my name is Sabina Conrad, and I'm from a company called My Online Souk. I run, with my sister, a retail online clothing and lifestyle store. And recently, we always felt the need to give back to the community in some way or the other. And recently, we partnered with a charity by the name of FEED, which is an acronym for Feed, Educate, Empower, and Develop. And pretty much, these are the same things that I see in Madrasa Aisha, as well as Ulwazi, the skills and development and training that they are offering as well as Anisa, I mean, you're offering empowerment as well. And I think this is where I come in, and I would like to acknowledge a few of the students from Madrasa Aisha who've actually put in their application for a program that we are launching in January. It's called the Threads of Hope Sewing and Mentorship Program, whereby we'll be teaching 8 applicants, 8 women, how to sew, basic sewing skills, showing them how they can learn a skill and from that grow. There would, inshallah, be a secondary program whereby they can either become a trainer or they can just upskill their skills and perhaps go on to like design, pattern making, cutting, sewing, etc. And I would like to thank Maulana Awadi for allowing us these candidates to put in their applications as well. So now you've learned these skills, mashallah. You're able to sew, you're able to bake, you've gained computer skills, whatever they may be, your skill sets. Now what do you do with that? What do you do with your skills? And I'm sure you've been guided and supported by your mentors and your trainers and your coaches all this time. Don't think that this is the end of the road now. Now that you've got your skill, you've got your tools, and you've got the things to excel now. Now think about ways of how to get your products out there, how to sell your merchandise, how to get customers, how to engage with your customers, and how to build your customer base. These are things as an entrepreneur, because this is what you have become now, an entrepreneur. You are now going to go out there and sell your stuff. So if you are unsure about what to do next, consult your mentors, your teachers. You can come to me as well and look for some guidance, because now that you've got your products, now you need to start converting your skills into money so that you can feed your family, money so that you can pay your rent, money to help you grow. As women, we are very strong. We have an inner strength, a strength that I think only as a woman you would relate to it. But you can be like crushed and compressed so much, but you know what? The more you crush and compress, you will see, like a coal, you just shine out and become a diamond. And that's what I feel in this room. I see sparkling diamonds everywhere. And don't forget that you are a diamond, and that you can rise above anything. And you have come this far, and inshallah, you will succeed and go much further. There was recently an article I came across from an Indian blogger. He was actually from a middle-class family, and then due to some circumstances, his family fell into financial debt, into such a bad situation that he was on the poverty line. And he writes about how he overcome his situation, and he gave about, from his whole life story, there was 5 lessons or 5 points that he touched on that I think would be valuable just to reinforce everything that you have done thus far. Number 1, be grateful. No matter where you are in life, how much you have, how little you have, be grateful for where you are. Maybe it's your health you need to be grateful for. Maybe it's your spouse, your children, whatever it is, find that element of gratitude and reinforce it in your life, because only when you're in a state of gratitude can you remain positive. And when you remain positive, that is only when you can see opportunities around you. If you dwell in all that is negative around you, you will only see negative and you will not be able to rise. You need to be in a state of gratitude, be positive, and look for the opportunities that are around you. Number 2, avoid debt. Do not be wasteful. When a little bit of money comes to you, think about how you spend that money and do not incur debt. If there's something that you need, rather save up a bit. Debt is like a disease. It's something you must try at all costs to avoid. And if you are in debt, work towards overcoming that debt. Do something. Point number 3, do something on your own. Be self-sufficient. This is very important, and I think you have already started this way, on this path. You're learning a skill and you're learning how to be self-sufficient. As women, sometimes you get married and you rely on your husband. You rely on your husbands for income. And sometimes certain circumstances may happen where you lose that partner, your husband, and that results in you losing that income. You need to be self-sufficient. You need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. Number 4, make mistakes. Don't be afraid to try out new things and to make a mistake. Take risks, but calculated risks. I think the only disappointment you will have is not trying. You have to try. Go beyond your comfort zone and try something out. And you never know. You're not sure if sewing is for you. Try it out and see. You have the resources here available to you. You never know. Maybe you have a natural instinct for it and you didn't know that you could. And the last point, which I think is one of the most important as well, give back. No matter where you are in life, always remember to give back. Whether it be a smile that will uplift someone's day, whether it be teaching something that you just learned or acquired, whatever it is, give back, because that's what creates unity amongst the community. That's what creates hope. That's what allows us all to grow. Lastly, I just want to close and summarize, because I don't think I have lots of time. I couldn't stand here forever, but remember, you are all diamonds. Remember the 5 points. Persevere in what you have done. You have come this far. Continue now. Don't give up. You came here, you've learned a skill, you've gone beyond your comfort zone. Don't give up now. Now find out ways to sell your products. Find out how to get out there and find those customers and find a way of creating a sustainable living for yourself. I would like to thank everyone who invited me here today. I would like to thank all of you for allowing me to share in this special graduation ceremony. I'm very deeply honored. And I would like to say, may the Almighty bless you in everything that you do. May you continue to strive, and may you rise. I would like to leave you with 2 words that maybe you can think back on when you're feeling low, and maybe just to remember a little bit about what I've said to you today. And those 2 words are girl power.
لا 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 ما تسوى الدنيا تضيق خلقك الحمد لله تافر وضح من حقك بس
Morning everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do a speech for cooking and baking. There are some things in life that you don't want to end, irrespective of how little or big they will impact your life. Just like this program that was given to us to empower women from Madrasa Aisha. In my life, I've benefited so much that I can go to the kitchen with such surety and confidence to cook, knowing that I'm gonna cook the food that will be delicious and tasty for everyone to eat. Because of what I've learned on our cooking classes, I've learned that when you cook, you must be in the kitchen mentally, physically. To avoid unnecessary mistakes such as burns. So you don't want to eat food that is burnt. All you want to do is to enjoy your food. So with me here, I cook enjoyable food and delicious food. I am proud to say that I can cook today. I didn't know how to cook, I don't want to lie. I used to make mess. My mom used to complain, why would you waste my mom's money for pension that we bought the grocery with? Why would you cook such burnt food and undelicious food? That was the truth. I tell you everybody, I didn't know how to cook. In me, I'm preparing a spaceship because most people usually say the sky is the limit. For me, the spaceship will bounce through the kitchen to the big kitchens of the restaurants. So I don't want to lie. I can cook. I've said it all with my cooking and uncooking. So the only thing that I want to say, I didn't do cooking only. I did arts and craft, sewing, baking. So I love you all, uppers. You made my year. I have something to say today, that this year, 2017, I've got more than 1, 2, 3 qualifications. I have 4 because of you. These uppers are so wonderful in a way that you don't want to leave them. I don't know what to do. I'm confused, stressed, freak out. I just want to jump. Thank you all.
I want to thank Ulwazi for helping me to enjoy my dream. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but I want to thank my Abba for helping me how to sew, how to cut, to cook, baking. And I want to tell any woman who's sitting doing nothing, please go out and make something. Maybe try to go to school of cooking or sewing or baking. It's very less school for you. You can afford. Thank you.
I'm much honored this morning to be representing Ulwazi Skills Center in Zakaria Park. We are so privileged to have such a project. Apa Aisha, thank you so much for having taught us all those skills, baking, cooking, something that is a wonder today because of the many outlets, McDonald's, Burger King, Nando's. They've killed cooking. We buy scones, we buy cakes. Baking is gone. We are pleased as a group from Ulwazi today to say away with junk food. We are going to be healthy with our families. I want to thank the honored guests, the partners from the private sector. Thank you so much, because without partnering, we perish. If there's no one to partner with and do things with, we die. We are pleased today as Ulwazi, Zakaria Park, to say our families are enjoying our love, the love that we show through cooking and baking. No more pizza being bought from whichever outlet. I don't want to mention names. We do it for our grandchildren. I, for one, and one of my colleagues here, my neighbor, Betty, we are doing it for our grandchildren. We are saying it's never too late to learn. Now that we are home, some of us retired, we've got all the time to please our families, to communicate with our children, our grandchildren through food. And they can see our love through food, through cakes. I want to say to APA, continue the good work. We know the use of language now. We drizzle olive oil. You know, we poach eggs. Through the process of learning how to cook and bake, we have got new ways that we have learned. So we are further enriched as a group from Ulwazi. Each and every one of us would like to go through all the courses that are offered there. We are already registering for sewing those who did only cooking and baking. Thank you very much. I want to say to the sponsors, continue the good work. Young people are now employable because of these skills. One of us is not here today because she has gone for an interview. How wonderful. because of the partners that are sponsoring this or these courses. Thank you so much for that. We want to say we are feeling so strong as women. You know, women have got inner strength, and we are here saying we are displaying it with our hands. Let us continue to share these skills in our homes. And also, I don't want to forget the business skills and tips. The business skills and tips of how to run a business. ABBA has given us secrets of how to start a business, and we are going to be starting. I, for one, even at this age, and maybe also at your age, we together are going to partner. The young ones I can see, they are ready to go. I know over this past weekend, one of us cooked and baked for a group of people. And tomorrow, she'll be selling her pizzas. And as much as I can do it myself, I also will support that. I think we must support one another. If I'm doing a pizza and you are making a carrot cake, I buy from you that carrot cake, you buy pizza from. So the business now is starting just around us. We don't pull one another down. Then there's competition. That's what we learned from Apa Aisha, business tips. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lusinkosi from Abashanaz's computer class, located at Zakaria Park, Extension 1. I'm very honored to be presenting the speech. Here is going to be about our display of what we did in the class during the 3 months course which we had. Abashanazi is a very passionate teacher who is calm and very understanding. During our first month in the course, we knew absolutely nothing about the basics of the computer. But with all her assistance and teamwork, we now know all the basics and different Microsoft ways, including Word, Excel, PowerPoint, emailing, as well as internet. During all the lessons, there were rules and regulations which had to be followed, as well as moral ethics. Tidi will take over, as she was also Abashanazi's student.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tidi Litrisha. Ngonyama from Abashana's class. As Abashana's student, we didn't only learn about computer, but also to be punctual. As for the way of dressing up, as there was huge compromise because we were not used to dressing up in the manner. But not long enough, we got used to the whole idea and started enjoying every moment of being in the computer class. We had become a family in the duration of 3 month course that we spent together daily. I believe that the basic skills that we have learned from Abashanas will make a huge difference to all of us. Our career, especially in job hunting, as we all want to pursue opportunity to be part of the Ulwazi skills, literate purpose, and we give thanks to all who have contributed towards this program, as well as our teacher. Thank you very much.
لا 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 ما تسوى الدنيا تضيق خلقك الحمد لله تافل وضح من حقك بس
Good morning. My name is Miriam. It is a great pleasure. Okay. It is a great pleasure to be granted this opportunity to stand before you. Firstly, I would like to welcome all our teachers, learners, and distinguished guests who are in this hall. On behalf of the learners, I would like to extend my gratitude of having been granted the opportunity to attend the classes. It is a great achievement through our dedicated teachers who have shown their love to us by spending their time and patience to teach us. They are really inspiration to us through their teaching. We have learned a lot. What I've learned since I started these classes, I was encouraged to be determined not to underestimate myself. It is never too late to learn in life, and never over until God says it is over. With these words, I would like to encourage everyone to look forward to make things happen in life after what you have learned in these classes. This is the beginning of the journey for us to develop ourselves so as to grow. There are business opportunities out there. With these words, I would like to say thank you very much for the time, and may the God Almighty bless you all. Amen.
As a fine. Like Robin, I'm also not a speech person. However, I'll share this with you. They say a party without a cake is just a meeting. This is a saying by Julia Child. Thank you, Baking Upper, as the ladies in class affectionately identifies you. Thank you for making every baking lesson a party. Tuesday mornings were never the same with baking lessons every week since the past few months. Most of us ladies in general fuss about our weight, but none of us in baking class complained when it came to having a taste of what we had baked at every single class. My 6-year-old daughter and 12-year-old niece, who are present in the audience, are also now looking forward to every Friday evenings, as the three of us bakes on Fridays what I've learned on Tuesdays in class. My girls now know that we must have a separate baking groceries allocated as we have fun baking together on Fridays. I know baking has now turned out to be one of the most favorite things to do most of us ladies since after the baking skills program. We would also like to take this opportunity to thank everyone involved in making these skills development programs in communities possible. In closing, I would like to share these sayings. Cake is happiness. If you know the way of the cake, you know the way of happiness. If you have a cake in front of you, you should not look any further for joy. Lastly, you cannot have a cake and eat it too. Either you eat it or you have it. Thank you very much.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli wa nusallim ala rasulil karim. Amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone in this present and to say welcome to our creation. I would also like to thank all the teachers, Abba Rashida, Abba Tuweba, Abba Hasina, and Abba Fatima, who sacrificed their free time and enhanced us with those beautiful skills. To this day, may Allah reward them abundantly, and may Allah also grant them strength to keep on serving the Ummah and the humanity, so that we as women can empower ourselves more and more. Furthermore, to the executives, staff, members of the Madrasa Aisha Skills and Development and Ulwazi Skills and Development and the whole organization together, may Allah take them further. Please continue doing the good work. We came here first time as strangers, but throughout this journey, we became one body and went through challenges as far as money and time is concerned. And thank you, my classmates and friends. And thank you, my classmates and friends. May the Lord Almighty make us meet again in future, if not in this world. In conclusion, I would like to thank everyone through this whole journey. May Allah assist us and all to be women of empowerment. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Good day. Assalamu alaikum. Dumelang. Sanwanani. On behalf of the ladies that was attending the skills development program for the past 3 months, we would love to, scratch that. I would like to say thank you very much to Mulana, the sponsors, our housekeepers, our sistorini, Madala, and our families for supporting us throughout the journey. Knowing the economy of our country we live in, it is not easy for women to start their own business, even to express the skills that they have now. Now that Madrasa Aisha has been so kind to us to equip us with various needed skills, I myself believe that with the skills women that they acquired around the country and that we acquired from Aisha Madrasa, we will be able to improve not just our economy, but ourselves, and to go and start our own businesses. I'm standing here representing arts and craft. I would like to thank Abba Hasina for teaching me various skills. She taught me a lot of things, like to do macrame, jewelry, to take the old materials that the dressmakers are throwing away. I learned how to do pillowcases and bags with that. I learned how to take the strings and make jewelry out of that. And also I learned how to take all men shirts and turn them into apron. I would like to say Jazakallah. For the class of 2017, I would like to say to women, Pelea Pele Basadi. Now I understand when they say, if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. Tuang Basadi, let's mayeng, let's warepo kadinata, let's pit. From my side, I would like to say it has been a great pleasure for us to have had the pleasure in making this pleasure a pleasurable pleasure. Thank you.
On behalf of Madrasa Aisha and Ulwazi Skills Development, we would like to thank you for sharing in this special day in our graduation ceremony. Jazakallah khair.
لا 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 ما تسوى الدنيا تضيق خلقك، الحمد لله ما حد بياخذ منك رزقك، هدي وارتاح ثابر واطمح من حقك، بس بلاش العين. لا 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 ما تسوى الدنيا تضيق خلقك، الحمد لله ما حد بياخذ منك رزقك، هدي وارتاح ثابر واطمح من حقك، بس